Jin to be released from the military. BigHit takes action to protect BTS's rights. The request for NewJeans to leave HYBE. And V gives relationship advice to fan. BigHit Music recently shared updates concerning ongoing legal actions aimed at safeguarding the rights of BTS. Amid claims of BTS album chart manipulation and speculated links between HYBE and the pseudoscience group Dahnworld, BigHit Music announced on May 2nd that a distinct law firm has been tasked to address these issues decisively. The company firmly denied any wrongdoing related to accusations of hoarding, concept plagiarism, and any connections with Dahnworld or other religious cults. They stated that the spread of false rumors and misinformation had reached an intolerable level, prompting the engagement of additional legal resources to tackle these allegations rigorously. BigHit Music elaborated that it had compiled numerous posts that were either aimed at defaming the band by disseminating false information, or were swiftly removed by their authors after posting. The company has already initiated criminal complaints against the creators of these posts with law enforcement as of May 2nd. This action reflects a systematic effort to identify and challenge any sources of misinformation. In their commitment to uphold the integrity of BTS, BigHit Music expressed that it maintains a zero-tolerance policy towards any attempts to damage the group's reputation through malicious falsehoods. They assured that there would be no leniency or opportunities for settlement offered to those found culpable, ensuring that such individuals face appropriate consequences. To close their statement, BigHit Music apologized to BTS fans for the distress caused by these events and reaffirmed their dedication to protecting the rights of the artists. They encouraged the BTS community to continue their support and to report any instances of rights violations to BigHit Music's legal hotline. On May 2nd, Dahnworld, also referred to as Dahnworld Corporation, issued a statement to counter recent allegations linking them to entertainment giant HYBE labels. The organization addressed emerging rumors suggesting their involvement in a dispute involving HYBE and ADOR CEO Jin, asserting that these claims appeared unexpectedly and were baseless. Dahnworld vehemently denied any connection to the feud and announced its intentions to take strong legal actions against the dissemination of such indiscriminate rumors, which they claim have led to defamation, business obstruction, and economic losses. Furthermore, Dahnworld clarified that it operates as a for-profit business that does not promote or require adherence to any religious beliefs. The group also commented on the incidental fact that 6 BTS members are alumni of Global Cyber University, expressing a desire that these members are not affected by unfounded and erroneous rumors. They reinforced their stance that there is no association with the BTS members. Lastly, Dahnworld emphasized that it is not a religious cult, but a corporation that runs meditation centers globally. Their focus is on promoting Korean meditation techniques designed to train the body, soul, and mind. Jin has released what he described as his final pre-recorded video on the group's official YouTube channel before he completes his mandatory military service in South Korea. This service is a requirement for all able-bodied men in the country. The video, which was uploaded on May 2nd, is particularly significant as it comes just as Jin is about to finish his military duties, with plans to return in June. In the video, he mentioned that he was nearing the end of sharing pre-recorded content and excitedly told fans that they would be seeing each other soon. He recorded the video on the same day that his song, The Astronaut, was released, which was on October 28, 2022. Throughout the video, Jin expressed a heartfelt message to his fans, stating how much he missed the BTS army and how eager he was to see more of them, reflecting the deep connection he feels with his supporters. He humorously concluded the video by reminding his fans that the footage was a year and a half old and joked about not being a vampire, suggesting he might look slightly different when they meet him again next month. This lighthearted comment underscored his anticipation and joy at the prospect of reuniting with his fans soon. Forbes Korea magazine has unveiled its 2024 Power Celebrity 40 list, akin to the US Forbes list that ranks the top 100 highest paid celebrities. This Korean version assesses celebrities based on their annual income, which constitutes 50% of their score, and their impact across media, social media, and broadcasting, which makes up the remaining 50%. The magazine explains that the Power Celebrity 40 list prioritizes celebrities' visibility and engagement in various fields such as movies, dramas, games, broadcasts, performances, and advertising during the survey period. a celebrity's income and influence index increase with their public exposure and activity level. However, Forbes Korea also notes that regardless of a celebrity's fame or marketability, a decline in public attention or reduced activity in any given year can lead to their removal from the list. This year marked a significant shift as, for the first time in 7 years, the Grammy-nominated K-pop boy band BTS did not appear on the Power Celebrity 40 list. This is largely due to all members currently serving their mandatory military service. Jin started his service in December 2022, while the other 6 members followed in 2023. They are expected to reconvene in 2025. BTS had previously dominated this list, claiming the top spot in 2018 and from 2020 to 2023. This year, the notable absence of boy bands in the top ranks was highlighted, with girl groups predominantly filling the slots. Forbes Korea's selection criteria for the Power Celebrity 40 includes singers, actors, broadcasters, and sports celebrities. The initial pool consists of the 100 celebrities with the highest search frequency on the Dahnworld portal from 2023 to 2024. Candidates involved in judicial controversies are excluded from consideration. The magazine conducts an in-depth review of candidates' income, media exposure, broadcasting activities, and social media presence, using statistical methods to determine the final scores. In 2024, Blackpink leads the Power Celebrity 40, followed by footballer Son Heung-min, girl group NewJeans, footballer Jimin Jae, trot singer Lim Young-won, baseball player Lee Jung-hoo, BTS member Jimin, football player Lee Kang-in, BTS member Jungkook, and girl group IVE. BTS member V once engaged with fans on Weverse, offering heartfelt advice during a late-night interaction. Among various conversations, V responded to a fan who was considering ending her relationship due to doubts about her boyfriend's feelings. V suggested that if she still harbored feelings for her boyfriend, it might be worth it to see the relationship through to the end, emphasizing the importance of her own feelings. He humorously compared it to finishing a meal without any regrets. This exchange with V was met with considerable admiration from fans on Twitter, where many expressed their appreciation by affectionately calling him their best friend. They celebrated his willingness to offer relationship advice and interact personally with them, even sharing movie and song recommendations during the early hours of the morning. In addition to relationship advice, V also fielded questions about his hobbies and personal updates. A fan inquired about his progress in learning to play the trumpet, a skill he showcased during the BTS series In the Soup for Two. V humorously replied that his trumpet had been more useful as an item of interior decoration, indicating a break from his music lessons. Through these interactions, V demonstrated a personal connection with his fans, sharing insights into his life while offering support and entertainment, reinforcing his role as an endearing figure within the BTS community. V also offered support and encouragement in the comments section. One exchange that stood out was with a high school senior who shared her struggles with school life. She described feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and emotionally unstable, asking V for advice on coping with hard times. V responded empathetically, suggesting that experiencing such emotions is part of growing up. He encouraged her to embrace these feelings, assuring her that more emotions would come as she progresses through life. He also recommended that she read through the comments on Weverse, pointing out that there were many uplifting messages there that could help improve her mood. The fan expressed her gratitude to V for his thoughtful advice, feeling reassured by his words and the support from the community. She optimistically noted that the encouragement from V and other fans might lead to a brighter tomorrow and urged everyone to stay happy. This interaction highlights the close-knit relationship between BTS and their fan base, known as ARMY. V's advice resonated not only with the fan who posted the comment, but also with others who read the exchange, demonstrating the positive impact of their support network. This bond is a testament to the mutual support and love that exists within the BTS community, reinforcing the idea that both the band members and their fans draw strength from each other. In an introspective interview with Singles magazine back in 2015, BTS's RM delved into his personal philosophy and approach to music, revealing layers of his identity as both an artist and a thinker. During his trainee days, RM was often hailed as a genius, a label he initially resisted. He suggested that his philosophical bent and his early engagement with complex ideas might have contributed to this perception. Even as a young child, RM was drawn to the works of philosophers like Nietzsche and delved into psychological theories by figures like Carnegie. His intellectual pursuits, expressed through his music, perhaps shaped the view that he was beyond his years in thought. At 21, RM found himself exploring existential themes and the relationships between self-awareness and the world. He humorously likened his deep reflections to what is colloquially referred to as a middle school second-year syndrome, indicating a phase of intense personal reflection and sometimes existential angst. RM's songwriting began in his early school years, influenced by a sense of despair and loneliness, themes that he continued to explore through his lyrics and poetry. RM described the creative process as one fraught with frustration and pain, likened to the struggles many artists experience in the act of creation. Working on his mixtape was particularly challenging due to its stark contrast with the music he produced with BTS. He described nights spent struggling over a single line, a testament to the painstaking nature of his craft. The interview also touched on RM's motivations for releasing a mixtape, which was partly to confront and challenge the stereotype that idol rappers cannot be authentic hip-hop artists. Influenced by figures like G-Dragon and Zico, RM sought to assert his legitimacy in the hip-hop community, irrespective of his idol status. His personal music, he explained, is distinctly different from that of BTS. While BTS's songs reflect the collective spirit and challenges of youth, RM's solo work is a deeper introspective journey into his own psyche, exploring themes of loneliness, duality, and self-realization. A notable collaboration with Warren G brought RM valuable insights, reinforcing his belief in hip-hop as an inclusive and empowering art form. Warren G's advice resonated deeply with RM, encouraging him to stay true to his art regardless of external opinions. RM's interest in hip-hop began in his teens and was heavily influenced by Korean and American artists who spoke authentically about their lives and struggles. This realness is what he aspired to emulate in his own music, aiming to tell genuine stories through his lyrics. The interview concluded with RM's reflection on his fashion sense, his ideal type of woman, and his overarching goals in music. Describing himself as a sexy-brained man, he expressed a preference for partners who are intellectually stimulating and empathetic towards his sense of solitude. Ultimately, RM sees his music as a means of affirming his existence and making a lasting impact on the world. Through his lyrics and performances, he aims to offer hope, inspire dreams, and confirm his place in history, embodying the transformative power of hip-hop. On May 2nd, it was reported that Min Hee-jin, the CEO of ADOR, made a significant request concerning the contractual arrangements of the K-pop group NewJeans. In an unprecedented move, she sought the power to terminate the exclusive contracts of NewJeans members independently, without needing to consult ADOR shareholders or HYBE, the parent company. This request was part of a proposed amendment to Min Hee-jin's shareholder agreement with HYBE labels, made in February following negotiations from the previous year, which involved complex financial terms like 30 times the amount in putback options, and putback options for the newly issued 5%. Normally, decisions regarding the exclusive contracts of major artists like BTS and Blackpink are made during shareholders' meetings, where such contracts are typically renewed based on collective agreement. Statements confirming past contract renewals have explicitly mentioned the approval during a board meeting. However, Min Hee-jin proposed to alter her shareholder agreement to gain the autonomy to cancel the exclusive contracts of NewJeans members without board consultation or intervention from HYBE. This move would significantly shift the balance of power and control over contract decisions. The board of ADOR, which includes Min Hee-jin, Vice President Shin, and board member Kim, typically operates under the oversight of HYBE, which holds 80% of ADOR's shares. This majority stake allows HYBE not only to convene board meetings, but also to replace board members who oppose its strategic direction. It is believed that Min Hee-jin's request for such sweeping authority raised concerns at HYBE regarding her potential intentions for an unanticipated exit strategy. Consequently, her proposal to amend her shareholder agreement was not accepted, maintaining the status quo of joint decision-making in contractual matters related to the artists. The ongoing legal skirmish between HYBE and its subsidiary ADOR has cast a spotlight on a particular provision in their shareholder agreement concerning a call option. Last month, HYBE initiated a lawsuit against ADOR's CEO, Min Hee-jin, accusing her of business embezzlement. The implications of this lawsuit are significant. If the embezzlement is proven, HYBE may have the opportunity to buy back Min's shares for approximately $2.4 million. The potential for this buyback originates from the call option clause in the agreement, which allows HYBE, directly or through an appointed third party, to acquire all shares owned by Min or others involved in the event of a contract breach. The purchase price of these shares, according to the agreement, would be the lesser of their nominal value or 70% of their assessed fair value. If the allegations against Min are validated, HYBE could invoke this clause to repurchase the shares at their nominal value. Considering ADOR's total registered capital of $12.8 million and a nominal per-share value of $4, the estimated worth of Min's shares stands at around $2.2 million, reaching up to about $2.6 million with management considerations included. Originally, Min was entitled to sell her 18% stake in the company at a predetermined price from the end of this year, through a put option potentially valued at roughly $80 million. Consequently, the discovery of embezzlement could plummet the value Min could realize from $80 million to under $2.4 million, substantially affecting her financial return upon stepping down as CEO. This drastic reduction could propel further legal confrontations. Moreover, reports suggest that Min financed her acquisition of an 18% stake in ADOR last year by borrowing about $16 million from HYBE's chairman Bang Si-hyuk. After settling this debt, Min could be left with minimal financial resources. The specifics of the shareholder agreement remain largely undisclosed, yet the industry perceives HYBE's embezzlement charges as potentially contentious. Discussions are also underway regarding laws on unfair competition and the safeguarding of trade secrets, which Min would need to address in what is expected to be a vigorous legal defense. In a related development, HYBE sought to hold a board meeting last month aimed at ousting the current ADOR management, including Min, but the effort was thwarted when Min declined to convene the meeting. As a result, HYBE has petitioned the court to mandate a general shareholders meeting. Should the court grant this request, an extraordinary general meeting will be called where HYBE aims to pass resolutions to dismiss Min Hee-jin and replace ADOR's directors.